The Dukes of Hazzard captured the hearts of millions with its high-flying car stunts, unforgettable characters, and small-town charm. But while fans remember the fun and excitement on screen, behind the scenes, tragedy struck time and again. In this gripping video, we explore the devastating fates of 27 cast members whose lives ended in heartbreak. From untimely deaths in shocking accidents to battles with illness and mysterious circumstances, these stories paint a far different picture than the carefree adventures of the Duke boys. Discover the untold, somber side of this iconic show, as we pay tribute to the stars who left us far too soon and reveal the true stories behind their tragic deaths. Sorel B as Boss Hog. Sorel B's portrayal of Boss Hog in The Dukes of Hazzard was nothing short of iconic. Boss Hog, the scheming, corrupt county commissioner of Hazzard County, was always plotting against the Duke family, hoping to line his pockets and keep control of the town. Dressed in his signature white suit and oversized cowboy hat, Boss Hog was both villainous and hilariously inept. Though his schemes were often malicious, they rarely succeeded, and his bumbling antics made him one of the show's most beloved characters. Audiences loved to hate him, but they also couldn't help but laugh at his antics off-screen. Sorel B was the polar opposite of his greedy, corrupt character. A Yale graduate who spoke multiple languages, B was an intellectual with a refined personality. His ability to bring depth and humor to a character like Boss Hog was a testament to his skill as an actor. However, in the early 1990s, B faced his own battle when he was diagnosed with colorectal cancer. Like his character, who was never willing to give up on his schemes, B fought his illness with determination and quiet dignity. Despite undergoing treatment, including surgery and chemotherapy, the cancer continued to progress. B's health began to fail, but he remained strong, continuing to act whenever he could. On February 11, 1994, at the age of 64, Sorel B passed away from complications related to colorectal cancer. His death was a significant loss to the acting world, and fans mourned the man who had brought so much joy through his portrayal of the larger-than-life Boss Hog. B's legacy lives on, not just in his role as Boss Hog, but in the warmth and humor he brought to everything he did. Christopher Mayer as Vance Duke. Christopher Mayer stepped into the role of Vance Duke during the temporary departure of Beau and Luke Duke, bringing a new dynamic to the family. As Vance Duke, Mayer portrayed a character with bravery, loyalty, and determination, always ready to stand up for his family and fight against the corruption of Hazzard County. Vance had a natural sense of leadership and strength, which Mayer embodied fully in his portrayal. Mayer's life, however, was cut tragically short when he passed away unexpectedly on July 23, 2011, at the age of 57 due to natural causes. His sudden death came as a shock to those close to him, as he had remained relatively healthy and active until the end. His passing left many wondering what more the talented actor might have contributed to both film and television had his life not been taken so soon. Denver Pyle as Uncle Jesse. Denver Pyle brought warmth, wisdom, and strength to his role as Uncle Jesse, the beloved patriarch of the Duke family in The Dukes of Hazzard. Uncle Jesse was the heart and soul of the family, offering sage advice and unwavering support to his mischievous nephews, Beau and Luke. Known for his strong moral compass, Uncle Jesse represented the values of loyalty, hard work, and kindness. He was the one who kept the Duke family grounded and ensured they never strayed too far from the path of righteousness. Even in their rebellious battles against the corrupt Boss Hog and real life, Denver Pyle mirrored many of the same qualities as his character. He was resilient, hardworking, and a fighter. But in the mid-1990s, Pyle faced a different kind of fight when he was diagnosed with lung cancer. Just like Uncle Jesse never backed down from a challenge, Pyle confronted his illness with strength and determination. Despite his worsening condition, he continued to work in television and film, refusing to let the disease stop him from doing what he loved. His dedication to his craft was a testament to the indomitable spirit that both he and Uncle Jesse shared. By the end of 1997, Pyle's health had significantly deteriorated. The cancer had spread, and though he fought hard, his body could no longer endure. On December 25, 1997, Christmas Day, Pyle passed away at the age of 77. His death was a poignant loss, particularly for fans who saw him as a symbol of resilience and paternal love. In many ways, Uncle Jesse's death felt like losing a family member. Denver Pyle's legacy as Uncle Jesse continues to resonate, a reminder of a man who, like his character, faced life's hardships with grace and courage. James Best as Sheriff Rosco Coltrain. James Best brought Sheriff Rosco Coltrain to life with an unforgettable mix of slapstick comedy and bumbling villainy in the Dukes of Hazzard. Sheriff Rosco was notorious for his clumsy attempts to capture the Duke boys, but his well-intentioned heart was often overshadowed by his alliance with Boss Hog. Despite his constant failures, Roscoe's loyalty to his beloved basset hound, Flash, softened his character, and he became more endearing than menacing. As Best aged, his health began to decline. In 2015, he fell ill with pneumonia, which rapidly worsened despite medical efforts. Complications from the illness, along with his advanced age, ultimately led to his passing on April 6, 2015, at the age of 88. In his final days, Best was surrounded by loved ones, who remembered him not only for his work but for his kindness and humor that extended far beyond the character he portrayed. His fight with pneumonia mirrored the never-give-up spirit of Sheriff Rosco, who, despite always falling short, never stopped trying. Waylon Jennings as the Ballader. Waylon Jennings' smooth, southern drawl as the Ballader was one of the defining elements of the Dukes of Hazzard. As the show's narrator, Jennings guided audiences through the Duke boys' adventures with wit, humor, and charm. His distinct voice and authentic country sensibility added an unforgettable layer to the show, making it feel like a modern-day folk tale. Beyond the narration, Jennings was already a legendary figure in the world of country music, known for his rebellious outlaw image and his hits like "Mamas, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys." However, behind the voice and the music, Jennings faced a difficult battle with his health. Years of hard living, including struggles with drug addiction, had taken a toll on his body. In the 1990s, Jennings was diagnosed with diabetes, and over time, complications from the disease worsened. Despite these health issues, Jennings continued to perform, record music, and narrate the show, never letting his struggles stop him from doing what he loved. He was a fighter through and through, just as the Duke boys were on the show. In 2001, Jennings' condition deteriorated to the point that he had to have his left foot amputated due to severe complications from diabetes. Though he dealt with significant pain and limitations, Jennings remained resilient, never losing his sense of humor or his passion for music. Unfortunately, on February 13, 2002, Jennings passed away at the age of 64, succumbing to complications from diabetes. His death marked the end of an era, both in country music and on the Dukes of Hazzard. Jennings' voice was the heartbeat of the show, and his passing left a void that could never truly be filled. His legacy lives on through his music and his unforgettable contribution to the series. Don Pedro Colley as Sheriff Little. Don Pedro Colley portrayed Sheriff Little, a stern and no-nonsense lawman who was often a thorn in the side of the Duke family in the Dukes of Hazzard. Unlike the bumbling Rosco, Sheriff Little took his job seriously, with a straight-shooting approach to law enforcement. He was tough, determined, and not easily swayed by Boss Hog's schemes, which put him at odds with both the Duke boys and the corrupt officials in Hazzard County. Colley's strong presence and commanding performance made Sheriff Little an unforgettable figure on the show. In his later years, Colley's health began to deteriorate due to cancer. He battled the disease with the same resilience his character exhibited in the face of lawbreakers. Despite undergoing treatment, Colley's condition worsened. On October 11, 2017, he passed away at the age of 79. His battle with cancer was a difficult and painful one, but much like Sheriff Little, Colley faced his challenges with dignity and strength. His passing left a void for those who admired his talent and strong character both on and off the screen. Ernie Lively as Longstreet B. Davenport. Ernie Lively portrayed Longstreet B. Davenport, a wise and just character in the Dukes of Hazzard. Davenport was known for his deep sense of morality and his willingness to stand up for what was right, often coming to the aid of the Duke family. He was a steady presence in the chaos of Hazzard County, always offering a guiding hand and wise advice. Lively's portrayal brought warmth and depth to the character, making Davenport a valued ally to the Duke boys in their ongoing struggles against corruption. In his later years, Lively's health began to decline due to heart issues. After a long battle with cardiac complications, he passed away on June 3, 2021, at the age of 74. His final years were marked by efforts to manage his condition, but the strain on his heart eventually became too much. Surrounded by loved ones, Lively's passing was a peaceful end to a long struggle, much like his character Davenport, who remained strong in the face of adversity. Peggy Rae as Lulu Hog. Peggy Rae's portrayal of Lulu Hog, Boss Hog's strong-willed wife, added a unique charm to the Dukes of Hazzard. Unlike her scheming husband, Lulu was a kind-hearted woman who often tried to bring balance to Boss Hog's corrupt plans. She was the voice of reason in the Hog family, standing her ground when necessary, and providing moments of tenderness and comedy. Her presence helped humanize the often ridiculous antics of the Hog family, making Lulu an essential part of the show's success. In her later years, Peggy Rae's health began to decline due to heart issues. She battled congestive heart failure, a condition that worsened over time. On February 5, 2011, at the age of 89, Rae passed away from complications related to this condition. Despite her illness, she remained strong and resilient, just like her character Lulu, who never let the chaos of her family get the best of her. Rae's passing marked the end of an era for those who knew her both personally and professionally. Nedra Voles as Ms. Tisdale. Nedra Voles brought joy and laughter to the Dukes of Hazzard as Ms. Tisdale, the witty and spunky postmistress of Hazzard County. Always armed with a sharp tongue and a no-nonsense attitude, Ms. Tisdale had a knack for providing comic relief and pearls of wisdom to the townsfolk. Despite her small stature, she was a force to be reckoned with, keeping everyone in check and not tolerating any nonsense from anyone, including the Duke boys. Voles' warmth and humor made Ms. Tisdale a beloved and memorable character in the series. As Voles aged, her health began to decline due to Alzheimer's disease, which progressively affected her memory and daily life. Despite her illness, she remained surrounded by those who loved her, staying as feisty and determined as ever. On January 20, 2003, at the age of 94, Voles passed away due to complications from Alzheimer's. Her final years were a quiet fight against the disease, but her spirit and legacy lived on through the humor and heart she brought to Ms. Tisdale. Sam Melville as Rick. Sam Melville portrayed Rick, a character known for his quick wits and unwavering bravery in the Dukes of Hazzard. Rick had a natural ability to navigate through dangerous and unpredictable situations, often emerging victorious thanks to his sharp thinking and determination. Whether it was facing off against corrupt lawmen or getting tangled in the Duke family's misadventures, Rick was a steadfast and dependable figure, embodying a quiet resilience. Melville brought depth to Rick, making him a character that audiences could root for. Unfortunately, Melville's life was tragically cut short due to heart failure. After years of living an active life, his health took an unexpected turn in 1989. On March 9th, at the age of 52, Melville passed away. The heart failure came after a series of health issues that had slowly begun to wear down his robust energy, leaving his family and fans shocked by his sudden passing. Much like his character Rick, who faced challenges with courage and perseverance, Melville's struggle with his health was a testament to his strength. His death marked a somber end to a man who brought so much life to his roles. Roger Tori as Norris. Roger Tori played Norris, a character who was often caught in the web of Boss Hog's underhanded schemes in the Dukes of Hazzard. Norris was loyal but easily manipulated, sometimes finding himself on the wrong side of the law due to his misplaced allegiance to Hog. Despite his sometimes misguided choices, Norris had a heart of gold and was ultimately a good-natured figure, providing moments of humor and tension in the series. Tori's life was tragically cut short when he suffered a brain hemorrhage, leading to his sudden death on December 17, 1985, at the young age of 47. His untimely passing was a shock to those who knew him, as he had shown no signs of such severe health issues prior. The quick and devastating nature of the hemorrhage mirrored the chaotic and unpredictable character of Norris, whose loyalty often led him into difficult situations. Parley Bear as Doc Applebee. Parley Bear played Doc Applebee, the compassionate and wise town doctor of Hazzard County. With his gentle touch and wealth of knowledge, Doc Applebee was always there to offer medical advice or a helping hand whenever the people of Hazzard found themselves in need. Bear's portrayal of the kind-hearted doctor endeared him to both the characters and the audience, providing a sense of security and trust in a town filled with chaos and antics. In his later years, Bear's health took a downturn when he suffered a stroke. The complications from the stroke left him physically weakened, and his condition slowly worsened over time. On November 22, 2002, at the age of 88, Parley Bear passed away due to complications from the stroke. His final days were a struggle, but Bear, much like the gentle Doc Applebee, faced his fate with quiet courage, leaving behind the memory of a man who had spent his life caring for others both in fiction and reality. Kale Yarboro as himself. Kale Yarboro, the legendary NASCAR driver, brought a touch of real-life racing excitement to the Dukes of Hazzard by appearing as himself. His guest appearances added a layer of authenticity to episodes centered around car races and high-speed chases, fitting perfectly into the fast-paced world of Hazzard County. As a racing icon, Yarboro's character was admired by Bo and Luke Duke, and his presence amplified the thrill of the show's automotive adventures. Whether behind the wheel of a race car or offering sage advice, his role was a treat for racing fans and casual viewers alike. Sadly, after battling a lengthy illness, Yarboro passed away on December 31, 2023, at the age of 84. In the last years of his life, his health gradually declined, yet he remained a beloved figure in both the world of motorsports and entertainment. Despite the challenges he faced, Yarboro's strength and resilience were evident, much like the determination he showed on the racetrack throughout his career. His death marked the end of a storied life, but his legacy as both a racing legend and television personality lives on. Dick Sargent as Sheriff Grady Bird. Dick Sargent brought a sense of calm authority to the role of Sheriff Grady Bird in the Dukes of Hazzard. Unlike the more corrupt figures in the town, Sheriff Bird was a lawman with integrity, always striving to uphold justice while maintaining a kind-hearted approach to the often chaotic environment of Hazzard County. He was patient but firm, often finding himself balancing the demands of his job with the antics of the Duke family. Sargent's portrayal gave Sheriff Bird a depth that made him not just a figure of authority, but also a sympathetic and relatable character in real life. Sargent faced his own battle with prostate cancer, a diagnosis that would eventually claim his life. Despite undergoing treatments, the cancer progressed, and on July 8, 1994, Sargent passed away at the age of 64. His final years were marked by his quiet struggle with the disease, a reflection of the quiet strength he portrayed as Sheriff Bird. Though his illness was painful, Sargent remained strong, much like his character, who always fought to do what was right, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Dennis Berkeley as Bubba. Dennis Berkeley portrayed Bubba, a character whose tough demeanor often masked a heart of gold. Bubba's rough exterior made him a formidable presence in Hazzard County, but his interactions with the Duke family revealed a more compassionate side. Whether lending a helping hand in a time of need or sharing a heartfelt moment, Berkeley infused Bubba with depth and complexity, making him a memorable character. Throughout his life, Berkeley faced health challenges, but his larger-than-life personality shone through in every performance. Tragically, he passed away on July 14, 2013, at the age of 67 due to a heart attack. His death came unexpectedly, leaving fans and friends to reflect on the warmth and humor he brought to his roles. Berkeley's ability to blend toughness with vulnerability was a testament to his talent, and his legacy in the Dukes of Hazzard remains cherished by those who enjoyed his work. Richard Mall as Milo. Richard Mall brought a unique blend of menace and humor to the Dukes of Hazzard as Milo, a character whose towering figure and booming voice made him both intimidating and comical. Known for getting himself into ridiculous predicaments, Milo was often more bark than bite, and Mall's comedic talent shone through as he balanced the character's tough guy image with moments of slapstick comedy. His larger-than-life persona made Milo a memorable and entertaining addition to the show. Mall passed away on October 26, 2023, at the age of 80. While the cause of his death was not publicly disclosed, his passing came as a surprise to many fans. In his final years, Mall had stepped away from the spotlight, choosing to live a quieter life. However, the charm and wit he brought to his roles, particularly as Milo, remained a fond memory for those who followed his career. His sudden departure left a feeling of nostalgia for his unforgettable presence on screen. Charles Cyphers as Bumper. Charles Cyphers injected humor and unpredictability into the Dukes of Hazzard as Bumper, a quirky and somewhat eccentric character who frequently found himself in odd and often hilarious situations. Bumper's unusual personality and knack for getting into comedic predicaments made him a fan favorite, providing much-needed comic relief in the high-energy world of Hazzard County. Cypher's portrayal of Bumper was infused with charm, making even the most outlandish moments believable and enjoyable. In his later years, Cypher's health began to decline. He was diagnosed with a brief but aggressive illness in 2024, and despite efforts to recover, his condition worsened rapidly. On August 4, 2024, at the age of 85, Cyphers passed away peacefully. His illness was sudden, and though his death came as a shock to his fans, Cyphers faced his final days with the same lightheartedness and dignity that he brought to Bumper, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and warmth that will long be remembered. Bob Hastings as Barnes. Bob Hastings appeared as Barnes, a minor but entertaining character in the Dukes of Hazzard. Often serving as a henchman to the series' antagonists, Barnes added an extra layer of adventure and comedy to the show. Though not a central character, his presence was always felt, and his antics made him a memorable part of Hazzard County's colorful ensemble. In his later years, Hastings was diagnosed with prostate cancer, a battle that he fought courageously. Despite treatment, the cancer eventually spread, and on June 30, 2014, he passed away at the age of 89. His fight with the disease was long and arduous, but Hastings remained resilient, much like his character Barnes, who never backed down from the challenges thrown his way, even when he found himself on the losing end. Doris Dowling as Jenny. Doris Dowling portrayed Jenny, a character whose resilience and strong-willed nature made her a standout in the Dukes of Hazzard. Jenny often faced challenging situations, from family conflicts to high-stakes dilemmas, yet she navigated each with grace and determination. Her ability to remain steadfast in the face of adversity resonated with viewers, making her an inspiring figure on the show. Dowling's performance infused Jenny with a depth that showcased both her vulnerability and strength, creating a well-rounded character that fans could root for. In her later years, Doris faced various health challenges but maintained her spirit and passion for life. She passed away on June 18, 2004, at the age of 81 due to natural causes. Her portrayal of Jenny continues to be remembered fondly, serving as a reminder of the powerful women depicted in the series and the impact Dowling had on audiences during her career. Brian Libby as Russ. Brian Libby portrayed Russ, a character known for his rugged determination and unwavering strength in the Dukes of Hazzard. Russ was often faced with tough situations, whether it was navigating conflicts or confronting challenges within the community. His resilience shone through as he tackled obstacles head-on, earning the respect and admiration of those around him. Libby's performance brought an authenticity to Russ that made him a relatable figure, inspiring viewers with his tenacity. In his later years, Brian faced health issues, although the specific details were not disclosed. He passed away on June 18, 2021, at the age of 72. His portrayal of Russ continues to resonate with fans, reminding them of the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. R.G. Armstrong as Calloway. R.G. Armstrong played Calloway, a character known for his stern demeanor and authoritative presence in the Dukes of Hazzard. As a figure often involved in the series' more serious and dramatic moments, Calloway served as a counterbalance to the light-hearted antics of the Duke family. Armstrong brought a gravitas to the role, showcasing a man dedicated to upholding the law, even if it sometimes put him at odds with the Dukes. Armstrong's performance resonated with viewers, who appreciated the layers he added to Calloway's character. His commanding presence made each scene impactful, and audiences could sense the depth of his character's convictions. After a long and fruitful career, R.G. Armstrong passed away on July 27, 2012, at the impressive age of 95 due to natural causes. His life was a celebration of storytelling, and his portrayal of Calloway will always be remembered as a highlight of the series. Mel Tillis as Burl Tolliver. Country music star Mel Tillis brought his undeniable charm and signature humor to the role of Burl Tolliver in the Dukes of Hazzard. Burl was known for his wit, laid-back demeanor, and love for music, often getting himself into amusing situations that highlighted Tillis' comedic timing. His character added a light-hearted and musical touch to the series, and fans were delighted by Tillis' performances, both as an actor and as a musician. His presence on the show reflected his real-life persona, good-natured, humble, and always ready with a song. Tillis faced health struggles in his later years, suffering from respiratory issues that worsened over time. On November 19, 2017, at the age of 85, he passed away due to respiratory failure. His illness had gradually taken its toll, but his charm and humor remained intact until the end. Tillis' portrayal of Burl Tolliver mirrored his off-screen personality, full of warmth and joy, and his passing left a void in both the country music world and in the hearts of Dukes of Hazzard fans. Charles Napier as Digger. Charles Napier brought life to the character of Digger, who was known for his blend of toughness and humor on the Dukes of Hazzard. Digger had a gruff exterior that often masked a softer, more compassionate side, especially in his interactions with the Duke family. His humorous quips and light-hearted moments added a comedic element to the series, creating a balance between the show's lighter and more serious themes. Napier's ability to portray both strength and vulnerability made Digger a memorable character in the ensemble. Despite a lengthy career, Charles Napier faced health challenges later in life, particularly issues related to blood clots in his legs. He passed away on October 5, 2011, at the age of 75, with his specific cause of death not publicly disclosed. Napier's performance as Digger remains a cherished part of the Dukes of Hazzard, illustrating the complexity of human nature and the importance of community bonds. Susan Walden as Ruth. Susan Walden brought warmth and kindness to her role as Ruth in the Dukes of Hazzard. Known for her compassionate nature, Ruth was a character who often acted as a peacemaker in the community, bringing people together during difficult times. Her presence added a layer of emotional depth to the series, as viewers could always count on Ruth to provide comfort and support to those in need. Walden's performance radiated positivity and strength, showcasing the importance of kindness and understanding in a world often filled with chaos. Tragically, Susan Walden passed away on August 17, 2020, at the age of 63 due to malignant melanoma. Her battle with illness was met with the same resilience her character embodied, and she remained a beacon of hope for her friends and family. Walden's legacy lives on through her portrayal of Ruth, reminding viewers of the significance of compassion and the impact one person can have on a community. L.Q. Jones as Morton. L.Q. Jones brought a delightful blend of humor and unpredictability to the Dukes of Hazzard as Morton. With his quirky personality and distinct mannerisms, Morton was a character that kept both the Duke family and the audience on their toes. His comedic antics often provided much-needed levity to the show's plotlines, making him a favorite among fans. Jones's ability to seamlessly shift from serious moments to laugh-out-loud situations showcased his range as an actor. As he aged, Jones continued to embrace his craft, becoming a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. He passed away on July 9, 2022, at the age of 94 due to natural causes. His departure left a bittersweet mark on fans who admired his work, as they reminisced about the joy he brought to the screen. L.Q. Jones's legacy, particularly through his portrayal of Morton, endures, reminding viewers of the vibrant spirit he infused into every role he played. John Crawford as Buchanan. John Crawford took on the role of Buchanan, a character characterized by his stern and authoritative presence in the Dukes of Hazzard. Buchanan often found himself in the middle of the show's serious and dramatic moments, serving as a counterbalance to the comedic antics of the Duke family. His commanding demeanor and no-nonsense attitude brought a sense of gravity to the series, highlighting the consequences of the character's often reckless behavior. Crawford's performance was marked by a compelling intensity that left a lasting impression on viewers. As he advanced in years, Crawford faced health challenges but continued to act, contributing to the entertainment industry with dedication. He passed away on September 21, 2010, at the age of 90 due to a stroke. His portrayal of Buchanan remains a memorable part of the Dukes of Hazzard, showcasing the complexities of authority and the dynamics of community life in Hazzard County. Crawford's work continues to be celebrated by fans who appreciated his ability to bring depth to his roles. Paul Smith as Hobie. Paul Smith took on the role of Hobie, a character marked by his strong and imposing presence in the Dukes of Hazzard. Hobie was often embroiled in the show's more intense and dramatic moments, adding depth and tension to the storyline. His formidable stature and commanding demeanor made him a force to be reckoned with, and viewers could sense the weight of his character's struggles. Smith's portrayal provided a compelling contrast to the comedic elements of the series, emphasizing the stakes involved in the Duke's adventures. In his later years, Paul Smith's health declined, and he passed away on March 3, 2006, at the age of 77, due to undisclosed causes. His portrayal of Hobie continues to be remembered fondly, as fans reflect on the impactful characters that shaped the Dukes of Hazzard and the rich narratives woven throughout the series. Smith's contribution to the show left an indelible mark on its legacy, showcasing the power of storytelling in television. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in the Dukes of Hazzard, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.